After two nail-biters in Mirpur, the first ODI saw Bangladesh win by 1 wicket, the second ODI by 5 runs. We are at the Zahur Ahmed Chaudhry Stadium in Chattogram for the third and final ODI. India are beset by a lot of injury issues. Already when they had come to Bangladesh, their squad was depleted. Now there is even further depletion because Rohit Sharma has been ruled out for the third ODI. So KL Rahul will be captaining the team. But in the pre-match huddle, it was Shreyas Iyer who was giving a lot of motivation and he was talking a lot and in a very animated fashion to most of the players there. So is he going to captain? Hardly. Who is going to be the replacements in the Indian cricket team? Well, reports are to be believed that Abhimanyu Ishwaran is already the backup replacement for Rohit Sharma, as he might miss out on the first test. But there is one major development in the fact that Jaydev Unadkat has been included as Mohammad Shami's replacement in the test series. Because remember, Mohammad Shami has been ruled out for the entire tour of Bangladesh after suffering a hand injury. So the hand injury before the start of the tour has ensured that Mohammad Shami will not be part of this entire tour. But Jaydev Unadkat's selection is very, very surprising because Unadkat has led Saurashtra to glory in the 2020 Ranji Trophy. But at the same time, he was in the recently concluded Vijay Hazare Trophy. Jaydev Unadkat was one of the leading wicket takers there. And Saurashtra did go on to perform well in the Vijay Hazare Trophy. So, Jaydev Unadkat's inclusion in the test team as Mohammad Shami's replacement is a rather surprising but probably a much needed thing for India. If Jaydev Unadkat plays in the game against Bangladesh, it will be his comeback to the test arena after 12 long years. Remember, he had played in the Centurion test match in 2010. That test match, you will obviously know Sachin Tendulkar's 100. It was sublime to say the least, and that is why Jaydev Unadkat after 12 years is in line to make a comeback into the India test team for the first test that will be played on 14th to 18th at Chattogram. Now, as far as the batting lineup is concerned, with no Rohit Sharma, who comes in? Common sense dictates probably KL Rahul will open the batting with Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, and for the fifth spot, either you get Rahul Tripathi in or you get Ishan Kishan in. But then if you get Ishan Kishan in, you're simply wasting him at number 5. Honestly, because he's always batted higher up the order, be it at number 3, be it as an opener. He has not batted in any position lower than number 4. So either get Rahul Tripathi. If Tripathi, he can also be asked to open the batting. So Rahul Tripathi, Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, then you have Washington Sundar coming in, and then possibly then your bowling order then is shuffled up. Because the problem in the bowling comes from the fact that you'll have only 3 pacers. That is the only problem that you've got Mohammad Siraj, Umran Malik, and you also have Shardul Thakur. Washington Sundar is one of the spinners. So today, Kuldeep Yadav, who was included in the team because Kuldeep Sen pulled up because of an injury, back injury, and that has ruled him out for the entire tour, he could come in. And so, you have Washington Sundar and Kuldeep Yadav. Will they stick with Akshar Patel or will they have Shahbaz Ahmed? That will be the major conundrum for the Indian cricket team. It will be a very, very interesting situation at the toss. What is going to happen? Because we are just about 2 minutes away from the toss. Chattogram, as you know, has been a rather good venue for the Indian cricket team. They have had good instances in the past. Mirpur, on the other hand, has been Bangladesh's ultimate fortress. They have not lost in Mirpur. They have lost only 3 out of 10 games that they have played in Mirpur in the past 5 years. So that is how Bangladesh have dominated Mirpur. But Chattogram is a different beast altogether. It's not been a very happy hunting ground for them. So they'll be hoping to achieve a whitewash against India, something that they have never ever done against them. On the other hand, since 2016, Bangladesh have consistently won at home. Their only loss coming against England. They lost that series 2-1. So it'll be very interesting to see what is going to happen. Anish, who will keep today, KL or Ishan? Anish, let the toss happen. I have given up analyzing who will play in the 11 for India because of so many injuries, because of so many constant chopping and changing. You cannot figure out who will get a long rope in this Indian cricket team. Shahbaz Ahmed, I mean, just one game dropped because Akshar Patel came back for the second. Now, do you persist with Akshar Patel? I think you may have to. Then you will have Washington Sundar, Akshar Patel, and Kuldeep Yadav, followed by Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Siraj, and Umran Malik. So, in a way, Rohit's injury has kind of destabilized the batting order. You're having to get in more, you may say, bowling all-rounders. Deepak Chahar, what can you say about Deepak Chahar? Gets injured. This is his third injury in 2022. That back stress fracture ruled him out of the entire IPL. Then he suffered a side strain during the South Africa series. And now that's why he didn't make it to the T20 World Cup. And now in this ongoing Bangladesh series, he suffered a hamstring injury because of which he could just bowl 3 overs. Hobbled and just could not get going with the bat when he was out there. So Deepak Chahar, what do we do about Deepak Chahar? Why are there so many injuries in this Indian cricket team? I hope that the NCA, the fitness trainers, they all give us the answer, because far too many injuries are happening and the rotation policy is now becoming a big issue. So I will begin with Anish's question. Virat's ODI form for few matches is not good. Is it a concern? Well, Anish, 7 matches, he's not gone past 20 in ODIs. Yes, he's come back to form in T20Is, but in ODIs, a format that he owns and the format where he's not had that much of a dip in form. Yes, 7 games he's not gone past 20, but it is just a matter of 1 innings. We have seen Virat Kohli might have a long slump, but count on him to just ensure that he can come back to form. Maybe today's the day. If he scores an attractive 50 or a 60, he is back in form. So one hopes Virat Kohli comes back to him. But I think all form and issues of Virat Kohli has been laid to rest. Finally, he ended the 100 jinx. Finally, he showed consistency. And that is what matters in the long run, because Kohli will be the key in 2023. What do you think of Kuldeep in today's match? Vijit, Kuldeep will have to play, because I don't see any other bowler filling up that void, because Kuldeep Sen has been ruled out. Deepak Chahar has been ruled out. Who do you play? And remember, Jaidev Unadkat will have to complete his visa formalities before he can come to Bangladesh.
Bangladesh off to ball.
Okay, so here it is. We have the team, the toss update. Bangladesh have chosen to bowl, and here is the Indian cricket team playing 11. Ishan Kishan is in. So he will be opening with Shikhar Dhawan. Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul is your wicketkeeper captain. You also have Washington Sundar, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj, Umran Malik. So there is still no place for Rahul Tripathi, Rajat Patidar and Shahbaz Ahmed. So for people joining us right now, breaking news, Bangladesh have chosen to bowl at the Zahoor Ahmed Chaudhary Stadium in Chattogram, and India have made 2 changes with Ishan Kishan coming in to replace Rohit Sharma. So you have 2 left-handers at the top now, Ishan Kishan and Shikhar Dhawan, followed by Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer at number 3 and number 4. KL Rahul will be batting at number 5. Washington Sundar can be your floater. He did come up the order in the previous game. And then you have Akshar Patel, Shardul Thakur, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj, Umran Malik. Now, if you are Rahul Tripathi, you will feel really hard done. Didn't play in the series against Zimbabwe, didn't play in Ireland, didn't play in the other series that happened, didn't play in New Zealand, didn't play here in Bangladesh. Why have you not picked Rahul Tripathi even once? He has travelled around the globe only to warm the benches, and unfortunately now he will not even play in the Bangladesh series as well. You have to feel for Rahul Tripathi. And Rajat Patidar and Shahbaz Ahmed, well, Shahbaz Ahmed unfortunately couldn't get a longer rope because Akshar Patel is now fit. Akshar Patel is a much more viable option with the bat rather than Shahbaz Ahmed. That is the vibe the team management is giving us at this point in time. So, unfortunately, it is a very poor situation when it comes to Rahul Tripathi. What more does he need to do to get selected in that Indian cricket team? Tripathi has gone all over the globe, as I said, Zimbabwe, then in the West Indies. He also went to Ireland. He's now here in Bangladesh. but he hasn't played a single game. Throughout this entire period, Rahul Tripathi didn't even get a chance to play well in the domestic circuit as well. So what do you do with Rahul Tripathi? And Rajat Patidar also, great domestic season, but unfortunately that India cap still seems to be a long way away for him. So very, very unfortunate for both Rahul Tripathi and Rajat Patidar. Shahbaz Ahmed, well, Akshar Patel was back. He had to step out. So you are playing with three pacers and three spinners. That is the composition of the bowling unit. The three spinners are Washington Sundar, Akshar Patel, and Kuldeep Yadav. And then your three pacers are Mohammad Siraj, Umran Malik, and Shardul Thakur. With the batting lineup, if you have to look at it, two left-handers opening Ishan Kishan and Shikhar Dhawan, followed by two right-handers Virat Kohli and Shreyas Iyer, then KL Rahul, a right-hander, then you have Washington Sundar and Akshar Patel. So you have got four left-handers and three right-handers when you look at the batting composition of the Indian cricket team. So that is the current situation that we have. And I don't know whether there are any changes in the Bangladesh side. Yeah, I have to just check on that. But India have made two changes. Ishan Kishan is in, Kuldeep Yadav is in. Kuldeep was on expected lines. Well, Ishan Kishan, he gets that opening slot along with Shikhar Dhawan. And one hopes Ishan Kishan can capitalize on it, because we don't need more failures to ensure that we have to continue the chopping and changing. The onion has been cut really, really fine. We can't chop it even further. That is the current situation at this point in time. So I'll take some more questions as it is. And who will keep today, KL or Ishan? Anish, it is going to be KL Rahul. He is your captain, wicket keeper. That is how it is. Harshit, if I can only just tell you what are the dynamics here, I will meet you personally and then tell you what it is. Will Tripathi or Patidar get a chance? No one's gotten a chance. Neither Tripathi, neither Patidar. Hard luck for both of them. That is how it is. And Rohit Roy, yes, the Kabaddi-Argentina match, yes, it was a roller coaster game, because Argentina, Holland, Brazil, Croatia, a lot of hearts sank, a lot of tears flowed, a lot of tension, a lot of emotion. Yes, it was a blockbuster quarterfinal lineup indeed, and that is how it is. Unadkat replaces Shami for Test. Pratyush, you have to roll the tape back and just see. I had mentioned at the start that Jaydev Unadkat has replaced Shami for the Test matches. If he features in that playing 11, first time in 12 years, he makes a comeback into the Test arena. That's how it is. And so, Jairaj Rana is giving my World Cup 11 already with 1 year to go. Okay. Rohit, Dhawan, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, Deepak Chahar, Jasprit Bumrah, Yajwendra Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav. Well, apparently it's not a bad team that you've selected, Jairaj Rana, but Bumrah, Shami, Chahal, Kuldeep. Oh, you've not kept Shami, you've kept Deepak Chahar. Okay, Chahar, Bumrah, those are your two pacers. Chahal, Kuldeep, that will be your two spinners. Jadeja, three spinners. Hardik. So you're not going in with Shami, or you're not going in with any other pacer. No Shardul, no Umran. That's a very, very interesting thing, because and Jairaj Rana, more importantly, has not picked Sanju Samson. Okay, you're going to face the wrath of Sanju Samson fans soon, Jairaj. Raj, where is Siraj bhai? Well, Mohammad Siraj is not, maybe he did play in the first two ODIs, and that is how I look at it. Mohammad Siraj was there in the ODIs in the Mirpur test. And so, Mohammad Siraj is there. He's going to be your opening new ball bowler with Shardul Thakur. Umran Malik could potentially be first change. So that is how Mohammad Siraj is at this point in time. And so, that is how the situation is. Any other further questions? Ashwin will play this World Cup too. King D, I'm not getting into that, because look, when you look at white ball cricket, honestly, I think you will have to look past Ashwin. I mean, you'll have to persist with Kuldeep and Yajwendra Chahal, but persist with them until the World Cup. After that, you can make whatever changes that you want. But I think Ashwin, you will have to look past him in the white ball format at least, because his lack of penetration and spinners' lack of penetration in the middle overs has been a big, big bone of contention for India. Because I'll tell you why. From 11 to 40 in the middle overs, ever since India has started playing in 2020, their economy rate has been 5.5. The bowlers have conceded an economy rate of 5.5. which is very, very worrying. So if you don't have a good middle overs, the death overs also gets impacted, and that is why the death overs has suffered. In the two games, you look at it, India had the foot on the throat of the Bangladeshi players, but what happened? They just let it off, and Mehdi Hassan in both the games made them pay. In the second ODI, you saw KL Rahul's lack of proactive captaincy. What happened in that? KL Rahul allowed the game to drift. 93 out of the 148 runs were scored in singles and doubles and threes. So that is why it is a very, very telling thing that you cannot let the game drift away in the middle overs. That's how it is. And Hardik and Jadeja are backbone of India's white ball category. They give proper balance to the team. Rohit Roy, absolutely. They give that balance. But they have to be consistently picked and hope injury does not derail their chances. Injury. That is the major concern for Ravindra Jadeja. Potential for injury is there with Hardik Pandya. And if Hardik Pandya is injured and if he breaks down, you do not have a backup for Hardik Pandya at all. So we have to ensure that Hardik Pandya is wrapped in cotton wool. Hardik Pandya is the only guy who deserves a rotation. But others, I honestly don't think so. Shubham Singh, who will keep wickets today? Mr. KL Rahul. He is going to keep the wickets. So he's going to be captain, wicket keeper and batsman. Wow. Not since MS Dhoni we have had that. Not since Quinton de Kock. KL Rahul, we hope that he steps up to the plate admirably. Because look, as far as batting is concerned, in the first ODI, he ensured that India gave their bowlers something to fight for. KL Rahul 73. But in the second ODI, he struggled. 14 of 28. So KL Rahul and strike rate issues seem to be a big problem at this point in time. So that is the unfortunate situation. Now, who else is saying? Aditya Kavlekar. India had a problem of strike rate, but now team is struggling to get runs on the board. Aditya Kavlekar, one problem ends, the other starts. एक समस्या खत्म नहीं होती है, दूसरा शुरू होता है. That is how this current Indian team is, in the language of Paresh Rawal in Hangama. That's how it is. एक problem खत्म नहीं होती है, दूसरा शुरू हो जाता है. That's how it is. And they will play Ashwin because he can bat a bit. King D, yes, but you don't need so many bowling all-rounders. Bowlers who can bat or batters, you don't need so much of them. First ODI you saw, just 21 runs among 4 batsmen who could bowl. Didn't help India at all. And do you think Rahul Tripathi should be given chance on a single international match? Raj, when will he get the chance? This was the ideal opportunity for Rahul Tripathi to play. But ever since Ireland, ever since that series in July, all the way till December, one half of the year, Rahul Tripathi has not gotten a chance to play. So now I don't see him playing in any future games. Because look, India play Sri Lanka, India play New Zealand, India play Australia. I don't think you'll rest your core for those 3 series in particular. And Rohit Sharma's injury, depending whether he can play in that Sri Lanka series, it remains to be seen, because KL Rahul is out of the Sri Lanka series because of his wedding. So for personal reasons, KL Rahul is out of the Sri Lanka series. So we hope that the Indian balance is really, really fine. We sincerely, honestly hope that the Indian team balance remains good. This last ODI, we hope that they can play for pride. Nothing more, nothing less. Because you've already lost the series. It's like a cycle. Remember, in 2015, India got hammered in the 2015 ODI World Cup semi-final by Australia. You came to Bangladesh, lost the series 2-1. Same situation 7 years ago. 7 years later, you were hammered in the semi-final in the T20 World Cup by England. Now you have lost the ODI series and hope you can bounce back in Chattogram. That is how I see. That series saw the launch of Mustafizur Rahman as an international star. Here, potentially with the IPL auction a couple of weeks away, Mehdi Hassan could get a big bidding. So that's how I see it. Will due factor come into play today evening? Vivek Abnave is saying, well, Vivek, yes, it might come into play, because due, remember, it has always been around during the day, during the night games in Bangladesh. So the ball will come on a lot easier to the bat, and we have to hope that India can post a big total, because in both the instances, India have not been able to get runs on the board. That is the major concern that's there for them. And be it Gautam Ramesh, LSG or India, poor captaincy from Gale. Why don't we groom a better backup captain to Rohit? I think the message has gone to the BCCI, Gautam. I think you will see Hardik Pandya step up as the captain of the India white ball team. Maybe for just T20Is, Rohit just for ODIs, and for tests, maybe you could have a different captain. Because now, with so many games being played, it is very difficult to be the captain across all three formats because workload management and that takes big precedence. And I don't see India persisting with the same captain across all three formats with more matches being played, with less turnaround time. That's how it's going to be. Vivek Abnamde, who would be the next multinational tournament? We want to see Shubman, Sky, Hardik to shine. Multi-level tournament, I think you will see in August, September, which would be the Asia Cup. Whether it be held in Pakistan, we don't know. If it's not held in Pakistan, maybe the UAE, Sri Lanka, or you may see it in Bangladesh. That is what I get a feeling. If it is not held in Pakistan due to diplomatic tensions between India and Pakistan. So you will see the likes of Shubman, Sky, Hardik, Vivek only in the Asia Cup. That is the only multi-level tournament that you're playing before the ICC World Cup. That will be held same time, October, November in India this time. Aditya Kavlekar, more than the problem of handing over the India caps to many players, the real problem is that many players are not grabbing their opportunities. Yes and no. Because if you have to give the players ample opportunities to shine, they have to be given that first. Is that happening? No. 1 or 2 games, you have to perform in 1 or 2 games. It's a very small sample size. Players will not play to their potential knowing that they are not going to be persisted with for a very long time. So it's a double-edged sword. What do? You're not giving the players a long rope. In the short rope that they're getting, you're expecting a lot of runs from them, which is not possible. So how are you dealing with the confidence of the players? I think you're shattering the confidence of the players, be it the senior or the fringe players. And that's why I think a sense of insecurity is there in this Indian cricket team. What is good enough to be selected in the long run? No one knows that. And that is the problem of plenty, the dark side of it. The horses for courses which was hailed during Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri's tenure, you're seeing the negative impacts of it now. Because you can't keep on playing horses for courses and expect players to have a consistent run. That is the one observation that I have had. And if Dhawan fails today, then will it be good to look ahead? Gill as opener, New Zealand are backing Finn Allen over Guptill. Well, that is New Zealand. They do back certain youngsters who they think they can be good in the long run. But in the case of India, see, reputation plays a big role. Shikhar Dhawan, ICC events of 2013, if you look at 2015, you look at 2017, 2019 even for the small part that he was in. Dhawan was the X factor. Can you avoid Shikhar Dhawan? Can you not pick him for the 2023 World Cup? Because yes, there is a stat that his strike rate is the lowest, 75. 75 strike rate in the era when 350, 400 seems to be the new normal in ODI cricket. I don't think so. Dhawan's case is weakened, but if he fails today, I think that will open up a big Pandora's box heading into 2023. Because remember, the next ODI series for him is on Jan 3. Jan 3 onwards, white ball cricket, the next ODI series is on 12th of January. So it remains to be seen how can India manage Shikhar Dhawan. Rajkumar Bharadwaj, what are the chances for India in World Cup 2020 considering the recent performance? Rajkumar Bharadwaj, if I have to look at current form of the World Cup was to be played today, I will not give India a high hope because you don't know who your core is. Even in conditions which are very similar to India, you are just not able to maintain the balance. That's the problem. And Akash Bhatt, so why they chose Tripathi Patidar when they don't give chance to them? Beats me, Akash. Why on earth did they pick Rajat Patidar and Rahul Tripathi without even giving them a single game? Why? Biggest mystery. After Yajwendra Chahal not being picked in a single game in the World Cup, why did they not pick Rahul Tripathi when he's been with them in Ireland, when he's been with them in Zimbabwe, when he's been with them in Bangladesh? You never played him. And in that period also, he did not get enough chances in the domestic circuit as well. So why? Why indeed? I just cannot figure that out. And so, stay grounded. I wish you stay grounded. Which team is better placed in the test series? Aditya Kavlekar. In the test matches, I think advantage should be with India because although it's a depleted side, Bangladesh in the test match arena have often failed. But remember, in Bangladesh, if you have to look at it, they have won against England, they have won against Australia. So it will be no pushovers. If you look at the squad on paper, Bangladesh are much better, but India, the experience, and because they have often won test matches on a regular basis, that puts them in a good mental space. But apart from that, even Stevens on paper, that is why. And Mary Udan, I don't think there is any logic in what you had said. There is no proof that this has happened. So, is it true that Rohit will play the second test? Akash Bharadwaj is asking me. We don't know because Rohit Sharma is currently in Mumbai. He's gone to a specialist for some treatment, and that is why you'll come to know of his status much later. He is certain to miss the third ODI, which is obvious now, but first test, he could be a bit dodgy. His availability could be dodgy. So that is how it is. If there are any more further questions, then I think Indian dressing room, Manikant Reddy, no, very naughty comment. I am not taking that. And so, will Pant play two tests, Dhanushal? Yes. So far as we know, Rohit Sharma will not. He's not available in the ODIs, but he is there for the two tests. Pant has been ruled out only for the ODI leg. Two tests, Pant is available. So nothing is going to change in that aspect. Pant is available for the two tests, but one hopes that he can really, really get going. I was everyone, your pick, Messi or Ronaldo? Oh boy, this is a very tough question. If FIFA World Cup is concerned, I will go with Messi. Lots to like about that character. Lots to like about how he's playing. I mean, he's a sublime genius, Lionel Messi. Ronaldo is also great. I mean, that doesn't mean I don't like Cristiano Ronaldo. His records are staggering. But Cristiano Ronaldo, I will just put a little behind Lionel Messi because Messi can create chances out of nowhere. And you saw in the game against Holland how even at the age of 35, he still creates chances. I think I will put Messi on a slightly higher pedestal than that. Okay, Mary Udan, your message is going to be conveyed to Nikhil and Vikrant, definitely. Will Morocco stun Portugal today, Aditya Kavlekar? No. Dhanushal, I don't think so. Morocco have had a great fairy tale journey, but I don't think they are beating them. So that is the latest update we have from Chattogram. We'll have the match start in the next 6 to 7 minutes. Bangladesh have chosen to bowl. India have gotten Ishan, Kishan and Kuldeep Yadav for the game today, and because Rohit Sharma is out and Kuldeep Sen is out and Deepak Chair is also not there, Kuldeep Yadav comes in. So Kuldeep replaces Kuldeep in a sense. So I will talk about the auction when we near it. Remember, the IPL auction starts on 23rd of December and we don't have any communication as to which player has made himself available. Stokes, with him being the test captain, playing the IPL, will he want to play the IPL? I want to just see. So let's hope that we see some good action. Remember, the ping ball test is also happening in Adelaide. You're also seeing the Multan test also between England and Pakistan. It's really, really going to be a superb day of cricket. And today, don't forget, two quarterfinals. England versus France, Portugal versus Morocco. We in Sports Today will be giving you all the latest insights from whatever is happening in the world of sports. Do press the like, share, subscribe button and don't forget to tap that bell icon so that you know when we go live. We will be back for the mid innings. Thank you so much for joining us. Vanakkam.